everybody. We are back. Of course, Jasper. We are back for some more Phoenix Wright's Attorney Time Traveler. Alright, let's get started, guys. Alright. September 22nd, 1:48 p.m. Right? Anything. Agency. What? For the whole time traveling thing. It's just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception. Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I wonder how much that must have cost them. I have no idea. If you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up if you ask me. You got that right. Sure, I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back. Hey, Maya. Are you all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So, what should we start with? Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put up by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true. So what really matters right now is the identity of the mysterious person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is this mysterious person? That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid. If we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I think I'll take toilets for 200 instead, Mr. Wright. Well, at least there were only so many people on the airship that night. Now we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good. You mean the crew, Soren Sprocket, right? Exactly. He might know something that could help us out. So then, what am I doing here? Oh. I'm a very busy man, you know. Well, all the other people involved are Soren's family members, so I thought I'd better stop by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man, I have a really tight schedule, but heck, what are friends for, right? Hey, Val, go ahead, ask me anything. You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? We'll go over exactly what happened when before I stepped out of the office. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straightened in my head? If I gotta. Okay, so the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's right. And then they locked me up in the cabin. It was awful, I tell you. But we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And the incident occurred after this reception at around 10 p.m. Ellen was attacked in a reception hall by Gloomsbury. He forced her out into the Vista deck and was just about to kill her. But he fought back and ended up killing all Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception. So what Edgy is claiming anyway. But I know my Allie didn't do it. The key point here is the mysterious person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul. Because I was locked up in a cabin at the time. She managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? Nope, it was just completely deserted. I guess because that Pierre Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. That makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly, the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. He must have gotten everything pretty fast, and he had the second reception soon after that. After the second reception, I went to clean up the reception hall. And as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I brought up. Trying to do something this rally out of the goodness of my heart. And this happened. We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. We'll just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mystery person. So while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? In the cabin? Let's see. Well, what was that pterodactyl flying through the sky? It's pretty unusual. That wasn't a pterodactyl. Alright, that drawing of that pterodactyl. So the leader quotes, really did see it, I swear. But Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Oh. Are you doubting that? I have a super popular picture of a father. No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile. Nick, you make me doubt my own eyes. I'm not even sure what I saw. It was the map. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened at the real scene of the murder. That's right, and I can say that with every confidence. Oh, it's just time. I better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Who do you think? It's mine, of course. One Larry Maximum's book. Bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? It's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill too, of course. Just put him down as office expense or something. Well, see ya. Wait, Larry, we don't need... He's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh boy. She's not gonna like this office expense. Here goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Alright. We should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. But I could cheer her up. Thought you were gonna help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Aren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was gonna practice her new trick on you, if I recall. On me? Really? Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know. You can leave the case to us, so you go ahead and run along now. But, boss... Off you go, Athena! No, I don't want to die. We'd better get going too, Maya. Okay. Why, though? Why are we doing this? Why? Oh, my poor, sweet Soren. I wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's going to happen with the trial, do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before he passed out. Do you think that person could be the real killer? It's quite possible, and if we can prove that, we can clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Soren is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by evening. I think I'd better go have a chat with him later, then. Am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear? Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Soren. Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something. Oh, could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Soren would never kill anyone. Alright, just calm down. No, not if you're accusing my Soren. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pen and ladle down, alright? Really? Cross my heart. So, for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? Better be careful not to provoke her. Did you tell me about Soren? There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean. Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren right now. Let's talk about something else then. Fine, but you will hear a peep out of me about Soren. About my teeth. Pierre Nicoti. Could you tell me about Pierre Nicoti then? Pierre came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As the family butler, he's now in charge of everything in the household. Only a year ago, and he has some kind of special connection with the family. I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. I've been Soren's order, but Pierre is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in that family. But no matter how good he is at his job, how could anybody gain that much influence in a single year? I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it? Is it really as simple as that? Yeah, I even doubt that. Is that, can you turn that out a little bit? Just a bit. No, I like it. It's just a bit loud. Just team it. Which you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried up by your in-laws. Pierre and Soren were the only one, were the ones who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second reception was fake. Soren would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know. I heard that's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he could change. Well, isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Soren said real time travelers do exist. Really now. You think you know someone who actually traveled through time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Soren said as much. So, I believe it. Somebody who actually traveled through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're going out to your investigation now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Please make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay? I'm afraid I can't promise you that. What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Oh, I couldn't bear it if Soren ever came under suspicion. You're gonna be back in yourself. Yikes. Oh, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, do you? No, you're right. And the floodwaters recede once more. So what do we do now, Nick? Well, Ellen said Soren is usually in meetings until the evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock and figure out our next move from there? Roger, Nick. So, where should we start? Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor. I know. We haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet. Hey, you're right. We still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right? And the lantern with the body, and it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations. Do we know how to get to the hold? Good question. I think it was labeled in that diagram of the airship in this pamphlet. There it is. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. September 22nd, Flying Chapel. Hold. So, this is the hold. So, Pierre orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. Better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb. Hey, Nick. Are we supposed to need a keycard to get in here? Huh? You're right. I wonder why it was unlocked. How's it going, Mr. Wright? How's it going, Mr. Wright? Emma, what are you doing here? Just a little independent investigating for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. Please just finish your examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Alright. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you do go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it. Thanks. That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's get this show on the road. Oh, look. There's the lever to the lift Emma told us about. Try going up it. I'll flip the switch. Here goes nothing. Wait, I'm not even on it yet. It's really slow. Aim out, stop the lift. Whoops, sorry. I got a little carried away. Never mind that, move over a little. Okay. Is that blood? Blood, let me see. Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood? Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion. I thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I'd better take a picture of this. Should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the back lift back down now? You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. Done. I'll find out some more about that blood stain. For now, I guess we should go back up to the Vista deck. We can take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves. The view must be great from up there, but it'll be awesome. You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder. Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick. I know, I know. Okay, I'll just flip the switch again, and away we go. Wow, look at this gorgeous view. So, Sorrellan was attacked, and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's Splat on the ground below. Should we investigate the stuff that's a little bit closer to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over there. Police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to. Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Of course not. Come on, let's get back down to checking out the hold. Okay. So the flowers we saw in Larry's thing, yep. But it'll make them look like little gears. Perfect flowers for a Sprocket family, huh? You're ever gonna go shower with a couple with petals? You mean kind of like how people throw rice or confetti? Yeah, like that. Only these were found at the scene of a murder instead. So there are 2 male peggable lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female peg-a-cow lanterns. They got their sexes mixed up and replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Can you see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me. And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Oh, Mr. Wright. You know that lantern the victim was found inside of in the reception hall? Please get examine it. Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too, once you're done fixing it. What's that? A wedding bell. Working to the pamphlet. It's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds. It's disassembled and stored away here in the hole and it's not being used. This would be the dishes and glasses that are used for receptions. Very fancy. But we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them. Ooh, I want to see Nick. You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them. Nick! You think I'm gonna break them, don't you? Let's just say that your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help out your case. So this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive. And it's all rhythmic, like a heartbeat. It's the literal heart of the flying chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around and around and around and around and around and around. Oh, I think I'm starting to get dizzy. Yeah, me too. Ooh, it's a cake neck. A cake? So big, they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they? If you're in that mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out. You mean it's not real? No, it sure fooled me. Sorry to have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick. Let's go get some. Maybe after the trial is over. Ooh, look, Nick. It's an airplane. I wonder if someone built that one, too. Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood. Where you gonna find that way, teacher? Me, of course. Who else? Don't worry. I've seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times. I think of us. I got my whole life out of me. Yeah, we can't kill Phoenix. We can't kill Phoenix yet. Huh? It looks like there's some fingerprints on this. What? Oh. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. So able to pull a set of left-hand prints. Do you know whose prints they are? Yes. Prints belong to the victim. Miss Bloomsbury. Nick, just figured out something amazing. You did? This. Fingerprints on this candelabra was from his left hand. And Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been a left hand. Left-handed. What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what? You're a real silly Sally thought that deduction was in any way encyclopedic. Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. I'd like to know it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? I got it right? Awesome! Good for you. Good for you. That's all you gotta say. I, think you did a real great job, Maya. Way to go! This one can never have too much info. Now you're talking. Well, come to think of it. Calendra, Calendra was not in the photo when I took it. She was taken when they were getting ready for the final, for the first time, right? Calendra. Still possible it's something to do with the incident, though. I better add it to the evidence file, just in case. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. You're giving this to us? Sure. I have 4 of the sets. Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra. I can't put my finger on it. Any progress in your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody is involved with the cover-up, so it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid, and it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I'm just going to make do until we turn up. Well, can we check out this candelabra a little bit more? A little more. What do you... Oops. What happened? I almost dropped the candle, and the candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. Might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? One of the pins that holds the candles is broken. But there's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. Where? There is? What makes you say that? Call forensic investigations, intuition. Already dusted this for prints earlier. So let's test it with Gloom and all this time. Emma, she used every last task she had at the same time if she could. Just hang on. This will only take a second. This turns up a new lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. What is all that blood doing on there? Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting it up for the reception. These pins are pretty sharp, but if one of them pins is broken, it means that there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. It's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. Emma, about this blood stain, doesn't something about it strike you as odd? So odd about the victim's blood. It's not exactly, there's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it. Can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Let's talk about this just a moment. About this blood stain. There's something about it that's just been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Or there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene and the bloodstain candelabra. This is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these 2 bloodstains are from I think maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I guess that is a possibility. Should we compare the two bloodstains? That'd take a lot of time. Kidding? Better save me the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in. Didn't take long now, did it? Seems like the blood from the left and candelabra are from the same person. The victim was clubbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood. This is a guess, but Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with a candelabra pin. That explains both the huge blood stain on the lip and the blood on the candelabra. Oh my goodness. If that's true, that means that there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder. That doesn't. This might sustain Ellen's statement. Oh, but can you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. Mysterious blood stain on the candelabra with the victim's print on it. It's just maybe the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth taking another look around in there. Reception hall. Princess team is in there investigating right now. Oh, they are? Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else. Good idea. We can go question some people. Especially Soren. Quite a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Do some legwork then? Yep. I thought we did to Soren's house for starters. There's a company in the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great. Thanks. Later, Emma. Temp 20 seconds, Sprocket Manor. Cool here. Still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't going to. She was definitely going to. Just hold on, I guess. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. I know you're busy. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Soren. Your own lawyer's right. Huh? Yes, that's right. That's something he doesn't remember me. Will Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here, investigating. Can you please tell us what you know? Soren. Alright, fine. What was all that pause about? It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right? What's large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us. We held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Bloomsbury's death. Alan thought that through the power of Timekeeper, you guys traveled back in time. Ah, so that's why there were 2 receptions. Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? So I got the Dell Keeper here. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all. Pierre, nobody stated in court that you're the one who ordered it to be carried out. Pierre said that. I see. I leave him in charge of everything around him. So whatever he decides is, in essence, my decision too. So I take it that you didn't know anything about the cover-up. That's none of your business. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row, and still you claim to know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. Soren! Ow. Oh, something written on this paper airplane. Let me see. Go away. He's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I can grab his attention somehow. So that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. What are you showing me that for? Mr. Sprocket. There ain't at all. Not even with an item as loaded with sentiments as this. Does this bring anything in mind? Gives us small vague details will do. Ah! He doesn't want to talk, does he? What's this? I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. How rude. Is intruding on the private lives of others a part of your job as a lawyer? Oh, I apologize. Just showing him the picture of his sister wasn't such a good idea after all. Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... Soren, what is it? Nothing. Did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's kind of pale as a ghost, too. Soren! Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding. Somebody help! Soren's collapsed. What the fuck's happening? Master Soren! Run to the hospital quickly now. Poor Soren. Must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick? Not when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. Just thinking that maybe his injury is. Huh? What's that? Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in a rush to get out to get him to the hospital. Ooh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it. Don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek. Soren's notebook. What to do? Take a peek. Feel guilty sniffing around in somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. He uses his notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh? What is it? You find something? From March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that date, Sora's been writing down every detail of his life. As in every. He decided to start keeping a diary. But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful. But it really is but is it really simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya, let it go or we'll rip it. Oh, look what you did. You dropped it. You should have just let me take a look. This is my fault. Oh no, Nick. Ah, it fell into the pool of Soren's blood. I'm reading on these 2 pages now. Uh-oh. You're gonna get it now. Ugh, this really is my fault after all. Just put it away carefully for now. Don't let anything else happen to it, you hear? Huh. Look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. Looks like a newspaper article. Let's see. It's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. Happened on March 8th. Today Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow. What else does it say? Because the driver at the time of the accident was Jumas Gloomsbury. Says Soren was in the car too, and that he had sustained severe injuries. Just like Pierre said, Soren completely changed after the accident. So Bloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. It opens up to this distinct possibility. I think Soren could have. I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. Should talk to Pierre about this when we return Soren's nipple. Well, he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. Sprocket Park. Mooring dock. Sure, up here is around here somewhere. Oh, Mr. Ray and Miss Faye. Well, up here. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Sword's sudden departure. You have my sincerest apologies. Well, it's totally understandable, really. But shouldn't you be outside right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I am in constant contact with them. Don't forget to give him his pain medicine, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. Oh, this happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? Should turn to Master Sword now, let's... She wants something from me. Actually, here's Soren's notebook. Dropped her when he collapsed. Hope he hasn't noticed the blood stain. Ooh, thank you very much for this. I'll see to it personally that Master Soren gets it back. Thank you. Soren's notebook couldn't appear. Trust you did not look inside? Oh, of course not. Haha. So it's filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. So if you can make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright. It's as quick as I can. I'd ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind. Told everything that in court that there is to tell. Supposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family reputation. Simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely description. Nothing more to say on the matter. Also, I do not think it wise to spend time on topics that we've already discussed. Ow. Here, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? Did I not already tell you about that accident? It did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. What to do with Bloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. Mr. Bloomsbury caused the accident. Why did the Sprocket family fire him? Doesn't usually mean the natural consequence of such a huge mistake. Please do not understand. Bloomsbury stayed on with the family. A Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's departure. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moment she thought of Master Soren. Why did Soren not hold a grudge against Bloomsbury? He insisted on keeping him on. Oh, I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. So you were present for Selena's Sprocket's last moments? Yes, to my professional capacity. Accident happened on the way to a certain party. What kind of party was it? It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Bloomsbury injuries were minor, but Selena and Master Soren were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Oh, such a terrible thing happened. I want to be a day of celebration. It's the surgeon in charge. Mr. Soren pulled through. And Miss Selena, she... The last words Miss Selena said to me were... Please help Soren. Since then, I have attended Mr. Soren and tried to help him in any way I can. I see. So his fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. Shock of losing Miss Selena was so great he quit being a surgeon. He's a surgeon? Wait. So the surgeon who tried to save them both was he... Yes, was Miss Selena's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy. Awful. So where's her fiancé now? Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself. So Selena had a fiancé. I have to find out more about him. But I doubt I'll find any anytime soon. So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There's nothing more to tell. trying to get really real answers out of him just by asking questions. There is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. Uh-oh. Our Megatron reacted. Pierre must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those psych locks and find out what.
Take that!
Pierre, you're hiding something about me, about this candelabra, aren't you? It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes, there's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person.
Take that!
Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved with this case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. I'll ask you this, Pierre. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would make you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found on the candelabra stem. Which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You cannot possibly think Mr. Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment. But I do think that he had a motive. Mr. Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury.
Take that!
Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister away. Let's suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location, for some other reason. Sorry, but I can't prove it was related, but I can prove it was related in this case. Not really. Soren's stabbing Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. It's either this one.
Take that!
Where was this? Okay, I was right. Bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that was on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the left indicates an important fact. It shows us that. Soren's blood is on the left, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well, I will tell you everything. Could you tell me about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmise, Mr. Soren was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. As the couple was in a reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Allen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. So Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered. So Pierre is saying that Soren was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I'm very sorry. Master Soren's injury and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related, so I decided not to mention it, as to not unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Now then, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Pierre should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is the family butler, after all. Sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at the least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. It's true. Step forward is better than none. So, what next, Nick? Let's see. Fred 16 might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. 222nd. Flying Chapel. Reception hall. This place are done with our investigation in here. It's okay for us to take a look around now. Oh. Hi, Miss Wright. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigated in this room now? Sure. Please are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. Say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. I'm gonna take a good look at it too. I'll have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. But be careful. I'll be seeing you. Bye, Emma. Thank you. Well, shall we get started? Hey, take a look at that door. I wonder where it goes. Shall we open it and see? Wait, please don't open that emergency escape hatch. Search outside, you'll fall to your death. Ooh, it's a close one. Oh my. I'll say. It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. Kind of a romantic notion, don't you think? Yeah. I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well. I'm sure it's fine. It doesn't let it fall on my head. Okay, here's the broken lantern all patched up. And I do mean patched. Emma said that this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it. It was pretty smashed up. Must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Huh? This wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. So somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Maybe the people who got there when the killer is putting old Gloom and Doom's body inside. Do you see anything else worth noting? Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there. So it might be a good idea to really compare the two later. And broken peggable lantern. What's the one that I'm restored? Wouldn't say they look exactly the same, or that they're made up of the same parts. Wait a minute. What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this peggable. Just about everything looks off about it to me. Not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Should we restore lantern again? Yeah, no. It's this, right? What? Where? I think what the restored lantern that's off is the color of the wheel handle. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. We got the inside and outside wheel handle switched around. Wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Correct, which means that the blood got on the handle from inside there. Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? It's really hard to say at this point. What's this? This is where the murderer of the timekeeper was kept. It's in police custody now. Oh, what's this? A key? Let's ask the maid about it. Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Oh, of course. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's the key that starts up the timekeeper. The startup key. That's right. Oh. Oh, the first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together. Oh, how romantic it was. First startup of love ceremony. What did that entail? It's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake cutting ceremony. And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry, I'd better be getting back to my work. There's an order from above not to talk about it. Ooh. Well, I think we checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Oh, shit, never mind. Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? Oh, my notebook. I have to have... Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Phew. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. Guess you're right. Now, if you'll excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. Alright. Here they go. Pierre's right. Guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's get back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. September 22nd. Right anything agency. We're back. Anybody here? Oh, hi, boss. Athena, I thought you were with Trucy. I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, it turns out that the third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene might have been Soren Sprocket. What? Really? I always thought that he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, a murder had already occurred, apparently. No way. I don't buy that not for a second. It's a cover-up. Cover-up, I tell you. That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but... What? It's your job, right? Pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but... Is that really what's best for Ellen? Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. If we don't pursue the possibility, Ellen could be found guilty herself. Oh man, either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright? Can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen. tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage. I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go. Break the news, Alan, you mean? Yep. That's right. Please take me with you. I could help you counsel Alan through this piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Do I? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to practicing. No, wait. My body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. Well, the warrior always keeps her promises, Athena. But, boss... If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm gonna use a real blade on you. Eek. Sorry, Athena, but somebody's gotta do it. Better you than me, though. Damn! Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya. We'd better get going. Phoenix, that is your adopted daughter. You could at least show a little bit more respect. Don't pawn him off because you don't want your kid. That's fucked up. Hello, Ellen. How did your investigation go, Miss Ray? Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Gloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall? Sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry. I see. I thought it was already probably something like that. Listen, Alan. I'm afraid I have to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out. What kind of decision? This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren. What? In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit. No. Soren is innocent. No. But don't you see, if I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty. No. 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 Please, Ellen, calm down. Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather be found guilty instead. Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. But, no. Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him? You're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work. But, Nick, talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me. So right, I'm innocent and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court. I'll certainly do everything in my power. Just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. Guys, I don't know. Wow. Next trial, September 23rd, 8:50 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby. So the only thing we found out yesterday is that Soren was there at the crime scene. Only hope that we can get some testimony from him that'll get to the heart of the matter. Mr. Wright. Good morning. Look, I'm afraid you might not like the results of today's trial. Nevertheless, so tell me you're still thinking of going on that route. Soren is innocent. He can't be found guilty. Take me instead. Ellen, please try and get a hold of yourself. I believe in Soren with all my heart. So how dare you doubt him? Regardless of which of them is found guilty today, it's gonna be devastating for Ellen, isn't it? We'll just have to do everything we can. It's the best we can do, you know? Trial's about to begin, was right. Alright, let's go, Maya. Yeah. Day 2, court is now in session. All rise. Court is back in session for the trial of Ellen White. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Let's see now. Where were we? In yesterday's session, we found out about the Sprocket family's conspiracy to cover up the murder of Dumas Gloomsbury at the second reception. Fuck. Taking advantage of our collective shock, the defense, as usual, made a nonsensical claim, namely that there was a third person present who struck the victim.
Objection!
Hey, don't try to make it sound like I made it all up. The defendant herself made a statement about the existence of a third person, and further investigation has only proven her statement to be true. Then I presume that it intends to focus on proving the identity of this third person. Is that all right with you, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, Your Honor. In fact, I predict that the defense will most likely attempt to name Mr. Soren Sprocket as the true culprit. How did you... The driver during the accident that killed Mr. Sprocket's sister was the victim. Therefore, that Mr. Sprocket had a motive to murder Mr. Gloomsbury. That's what you plan to assert, is it not, Mr. Wright? Am I that transparent? Come now, Mr. Wright. Did you really think the police wouldn't uncover this information? Congrats on getting it in one, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You're wrong. Soren didn't do it. He's innocent. Miss Wyatt, please. He's innocent, I tell you. What is this thing, Mr. Wright? I thought your claim about the existence of a third person came from the defendant. It did. This is just a minor hiccup. Did you not discuss your strategy for dealing with the defendant, Mr. Wright? Starting off on the wrong foot again is seriously cutting into my lifespan. It would appear that the defense is in disarray. Therefore, the best way to clear things up is to ask Mr. Sprocket himself what happened. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call Soren Sprocket to the stand. What? Very well. Bailiff, please bring Mr. Sprocket to the witness stand. No! Witness, please state your name and occupation. Ow! There's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Soren Sprocket, Managing Director of Sprocket Aviation. Mr. Sprocket, please give your answers in words, not paper airplanes. Now then, Mr. Sprocket, please tell the doubting lawyer there what's really happened at the time of the crime. Well, Mr. Sprocket. Mr. Sprocket. Alright. Want me to talk about what happened when the crime scene occurred? For the words after the first wedding reception? Unel and I were in the reception hall, right? Not even the power of the court can stop him from marching to the beat of his own drum. What Soren remembers. I was stabbed by Dumas in the reception hall, and I collapsed to the floor. Next thing I saw was Ellen and Dumas on the Vista deck. I knew Ellen was in danger, so I headed for the Vista deck. When I got there, Dumas was already... I don't want to believe it, but it must have been Ellen. It does make sense. Wait just a minute here. You actually think Miss White killed the victim? That's right. Dumas was killed by Ellen. This is unbelievable. You suspect your bride, the woman you love.
Objection!
The truth can be cruel. Miss Wyatt, you must be very upset. Is there anything you wish to say? No, I can't believe this. Sorry. I thought that at least you would believe in me. The best way now to show your love for your groom is to admit your guilt and try to atone. Soren.
Hold it!
Sir Edgeworth, I haven't even cross-examined the witness yet. Quit picking on the clearly distraught. Yeah, that's not cool, Mr. Edgeworth. Our court is where we seek the truth. And the truth is unyielding, even to the truly pitiful. Mr. Edgeworth! Find it distasteful to make a lady cry. It's your honor. So what are you gonna do, Nick? Third person Ellen saw on the Vista deck was Soren. And we have to prove Soren was there at the time of the murder. I don't see any obvious inconsistencies in his testimony, but we have to push forward.
Hold it!
Please tell me everything you can about when you got stabbed. The reception, Ellen and I were joined a moment alone in the reception hall. And Loomis appeared and stabbed me. He grabbed Ellen and the timekeeper and left the reception hall. Did Mr. Bloomsbury say anything at the time? I don't remember. Though I was stabbed, I was immobilized by the pain. I see.
Hold it!
You missed it, huh? But it was nighttime then. You really see that? You really see them in the darkness. The moon was out so I could see them clearly. From the looks of it, Loomis was trying to push Ellen and the timekeeper off the side. So you saw the defendant about to be thrown off the airship, you saw. That's right. In such a desperate situation, it would only be natural for her to fight for her life. And the right weaponry was right there within her grasp. Ugh, this isn't going well at all. Gotta do something fast. I knew Ellen was in danger, so I headed for the Vista deck.
Hold it!
I understand that your bride was in danger, but were you really able to move with a stab wound to the gut? Just really trying to push the pain out of my mind. I see, so adrenaline kicked in and gave you strength. Is that right? I don't see much of anything in this statement I can refute. That's right. I almost passed out several times and made my way to the Vista deck.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure, Mr. Sprocket, that by the time you got to the Vista deck, the murder had already been committed? Yes. But the Vista deck is just on the other side of the glass windows of the reception hall. Shouldn't you have been able to get there right away?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, have you investigated nothing? The only way to the Vista deck is to go to the hold and take the lift. No matter how much one hurries, it would take at least 10 minutes. Well, that's unhelpful. Someone had to have gotten there before the murder, or my claim won't stand. Do you have any ideas for me, Maya? It's easier to prove that somebody did go to the hold than not. I mean, you can't leave anything if you don't go someplace, right? You can't leave anything. Wait a minute. I think Maya's onto something here. I have certain something actually proves that someone didn't go to the hold. What's the matter? Are you stumped already? No, I'm far from stumped, Mr. Edgeworth. But for a fact that Mr. Sprocket didn't go to the hold. You and your paper-thin bluffs. Sprocket's bullet stain on the lift proves you went through the hold. So possible proof could you have that he did not in fact go through there? You want proof? You got it. Do this, Phoenix. There's gotta be proof that someone didn't go through the hold. Well, that's alright.
Take that!
I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't understand.
Take that! Take that!
I don't understand what the proof is. It makes no sense. Proof that he didn't go through the hold.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
He went on the sign outside. And it wrote him up. I don't know what else that proves it.
Take that!
Oh, I would have been dead at this point.
Take that!
I don't know. Something wouldn't have been there. I don't understand what wouldn't have been there. Because clearly... Oh, I'm an idiot.
Take that!
So one can see from the hold entry record. Absolutely no mention of Soren Sprocket entering the hold. That suggests that Mrs. Sprocket used a different route to get to the Vista deck. You can assert all you want, Mr. Wright. But can you actually prove another route exists? Can I prove that existence of another route to the Vista deck, you ask? Not yet. Well, now that I really think about it, I guess it's going to be hard to prove. But I can't back down now. Sure, it'll be over if I do. Only one thing I can do at a time like this. Bluff. I can prove it. Even if it's just a bluff, I have to present something. Anything that could prove the existence of a faster route to the Vista deck. You're all of us right. Oh, I was right. Right here.
Take that!
He opened the escape hatch and made his way along the outside wall of the Vista deck. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? That would certainly be a much faster route to the Vista deck.
Objection!
I'm disappointed, Mr. Wright. Is that really the best you could muster? That escape hatch is not meant to be used to get to the reception hall to the Vista deck. One slip, and that's all it would take for Mr. Sprocket to plunge to his death. I have to agree. The defense's claim is really stretching it.
Hold it!
I understand how it sounds, Your Honor. At this point, it's too early to definitively say that he didn't go that way. Well, that's what you're going with, then, I take it. Of course, Your Honor. This is real life, Mr. Wright. It's not some dramatic, drivel or comic book. Do you have some sort of logical explanation to share that would convince us of your claim? I do. Sure, Nick? Kinda? Actually, I have nothing. So I'll just have to wing it somehow. Now, what do you base your theory that Mr. Sprocket made his way along the outside? The theory that he was able to go along the outside wall despite the dangers based on... save the bride he loves, and risk his life and rush to her side. Sprocket was able to make it to the Vista deck despite the danger. This is the power of love. The power of love? That love is a source of strength that can't help overcome any obstacle. And I can relate thanks to my own long, happy marriage. Wow, he actually seems to be buying it.
Objection!
The power of love, you say? That kind of illogical argument is hardly viable in the court of law. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? I'm afraid not, Mr. Edwards. You should never underestimate the power of love. You'll understand one day when you get married. Which I won't. Damn. Exactly what is so wrong with wishing to remain unwed. Way to set him off, Your Honor. Never mind all the unscientific nonsense. You aware, Mr. Wright, that at the time of the crime... Uh-oh. There was a huge propeller turning at full speed between the hatch and the Vista deck. Even if a person were to go outside through the hatch. People blown away in an instant. What does your power of love get you now, Mr. Wright? A huge spinning propeller, you say? In that case, I have to admit it does seem impossible. I should have known. Nick, you can't make the kind of face in front of your client. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Right? Right. You're just like Neil looking out at me through Maya's eyes. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you gaping me like a giant sunfish? Thank you, Maya. You just helped me to remember something really important. There it is. There's that fearless smile I was looking for. Give us a mind-blowing theory, just like you always do. Turn my thinking around. Instead of wondering how Soren could have moved past that huge propeller, think about what would have made it possible for him to do so. Your Honor, Mr. Rage only makes a ridiculous face when his back is pressed against the wall. Therefore, please do hurry and give your ruling before...
Hold it!
Mr. Edgeworth, it's still far too early to discount my theory. What are you talking about? The airship's large spinning propellers have already shredded it to pieces. But if we think a little more outside the box, I'm sure we can find a way he could have made it. Stop trying to stall, Mr. Wright. Show us how it could have been remotely possible, if at all. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, Your Honor. There must have been a way. Something that Soren could have moved along the wall in spite of the propeller. Now then, Mr. Wright, what specifically would have made it possible? This is how it would have been possible for Mr. Sprocket to get to the Vista deck. What allowed Mr. Sprocket to go along the outside wall in spite of the propellers? The location of the Flying Chapel at the time of the crime. The location of the Flying Chapel? But wasn't it high flying in the sky? No, Your Honor. Well, I'm afraid it wasn't. What? Then, where was it? At the time of the murder, the airship wasn't flying through the sky, but moored to the ground. What? And if the airship wasn't flying, then that means... propellers weren't turning. Thank you. In which case... Mr. Sprocket could have gotten to the Vista deck outside the wall. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? Ooh, I don't remember. Wow, he stabbed himself with his pencil. That's gonna leave a mark.
Objection!
Even if the propellers weren't turning, it would have been far too risky to go that way. Ah, but Mr. Edgeworth, you're forgetting about the power of love. Yes, the amazing power of love. Not this again. Very well, for the sake of argument, let's assume the so-called power of love made it possible for Mr. Sprocket to move along the outside wall of the airship. Can you prove that the airship was tied to the ground as you claim, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't have any evidence that proves where the airship was at the time. You can prove it, can't you? Oh yeah, can you think of anything we use to prove it? Can't say I can. Wait, didn't somebody see something outside the window at the time of the crime? I think I remember someone saying as much. Do I have a piece of evidence that shows what was outside the airship? Yes, I do. Well, what are you waiting for? This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the crime.
Take that!
This piece of evidence shows that was what was outside the airship at the time of the murder. What kind of lousy drawing is that? It's a drawing made by Larry Butts. And what can you prove with that poor attempt at artistry? Larry made this drawing before he switched lanterns, so it must have been right around when the murder was being committed. Now, if I could direct the court's attention here. Is that a pterodactyl? Does that mean that the airship actually went back in time to the Cretaceous period?
Objection!
We've already proven that time travel is nothing more than a gimmick, did we not? We did, and I have no intention of bringing up that argument again. While this drawing shows us an important piece of information. It shows that the airship was actually moored onto the ground. And what makes you so sure? That's easy. All you have to do is consider who made this drawing. Larry. That's right. It was Mr. Butts. And we both know what he's like. Must have seen something else and mistaken it for a pterodactyl. Aye. I can't argue with you there. Hey, we just one doggone second here. What kind of warrant do you guys take me for? I saw it with my own eyes. The pterodactyl flew right by the window, I tell you. I have the sharp eyes of an artist. Don't you believe me? No. Nah. Nope. Some friends you guys are. What about the judge? You believe me, right, Your Honor? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you'll need to leave this courtroom. Bailiff, if you would. Come on, buddy, let's go. Why doesn't anybody believe me? Take it personally, Larry. I know you're just being, well, you. I am? Now then, so you're saying that what Mr. Butts really saw was there's some relation to what was outside the airship at the time of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. At least I think it does. What's that right? What this pterodactyl really is will prove the airship was anchored to the mooring dock. It better anyway. If it doesn't, my whole argument is a bust. If you're that confident about it, then please go ahead and tell us what it really was. Yes, Your Honor. I know exactly what it was.
Take that!
Let's take a good look at the sign. The sign, like I said. It appears to have been broken and then repaired. Well, what does the sign have to do with the pterodactyl? Please focus on this part of the sign. The part that broke off and got reattached. What about it? How about if we turn it like this? Oh, look at that shape. It's a pterodactyl in the drawing. What Mr. Butts actually saw was a chunk as it was being blown through the air by a wind. What? On the day of the murder, there were some heavy winds in the area of the mooring dock. It's hard to imagine that the sign would make it up as high as the airship would fly. That means the flying chapel must have been anchored at the mooring dock that night. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket?
Objection!
That's more than enough of this power of love nonsense, you pop culture junkie. Present all the proof you want, but your argument is based far too much in conjecture. Why don't we return to reality now? What do you mean, too much conjecture? Even if the airship wasn't flying, that alone doesn't prove the witness went along the wall. True. Even now, it's no more than a possibility. Now do you propose Mr. Sprocket got it on the Vista deck, Mr. Edgeworth? I noticed something as I went over the evidence. Please take a good look at this whole entry record. What about it? I don't see any Mr. Sprocket listed on here anywhere. Don't you remember? In yesterday's session, we had a very similar kind of argument. Did we? Honestly, Mr. Wright, are you going senile already? We talked about Larry Butts using the defendant's keycard to enter the hold. Oh, we did talk about that, didn't we? In other words, even if a person's name is not on the entry record, it's still possible for that person to have entered by using someone else's card. Mr. Sprocket, you went to the hold with Mr. Nicoti, didn't you? I did. What? Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? Pierre is indispensable. I don't want to mention him unnecessarily and risk having him wrongly accused. I couldn't do without him. Mr. Sprocket, I asked that you testify in greater detail about your movements that night. So was I not right? Was I wrong? Was this guy just a jerk? The truth. The truth is, I went to the Vista deck with Pierre. That's why my name doesn't appear on the hold entry record. I was badly injured from being stabbed, but I was frantic. By the time we reached the scene, it was all over. Well, this doesn't help me one bit. Mr. Sprocket, concealed information from us time and time again. Who do you think you are, treating this court of law with such irrelevant? Yes. This being said, I do appreciate the testimony you gave just now. Thanks to you, we now know why your name doesn't appear on the entry record. Now that there are no more inconsistencies in the witness's testimony. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. He never leaves loose on anything. Or hanging. You okay, Nick? What exactly call the situation okay? Somehow I'll have to coax the information we need for an opening out of him. If I even can, that is. I'll be right back, guys. The truth. The truth is, the Vista deck with Pierre.
Hold it!
You didn't mention this because you didn't want Mr. Nicoti to fall under suspicion. Is it because he has something to hide? Just didn't want the police to take up his time with other questions. That's all. The company of the household would function smoothly without him. I see. Wow, it sounds like Pierre is absolutely indispensable to the Sprockets. Anyway, getting back to your statement. When did you meet up with Mr. Nicoti? We met up on my way to the Vista deck. I think Pierre and some of my relatives were on another floor. But Pierre heard the commotion and came running to my aid. I hear the pandemonium all the way from another floor. Mr. Wright, would you like the current statement added to the witness's testimony? Yes, please, Your Honor. Very well.
Hold it!
Did Mr. Cody come alone? I believe some of his subordinates were with him, but I don't remember exactly how many. He said that there were others, but seeing how they pulled that second reception off, can't completely trust anything he has to say either. I see. So you, Mr. Nakoti, and a few others headed to the Vista deck, is that right? That's right. Why my name doesn't appear on the hold entry record.
Hold it!
Your name doesn't appear on the hold entry record. Because you entered with Mr. Nakoti using his key card. That's right. So I guess the hold entry record doesn't matter as much as we thought. Consorn saying he was with Pierre and a few others. It's pretty tough to refute that statement. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Cat got your tongue? Did you finally realize there's no point in continuing this trial any longer? Of course not. With that smug look off your face. Mr. Sprocket, please continue with your testimony. I was badly injured from being stabbed, but I was frantic.
Hold it!
Speaking of your injury, how are you doing now? The knife wound is deep and continues to throb with pain. Fortunately, my internal organs were spared, but one wrong move would have spelled the end for me there. Even so, I've seen you up and about all over the place since the incident. I'm only following my doctor's orders to perform some daily light exercises. Mr. Wright, would you like Mr. Sprocket's statement to have his condition added to his testimony? Not that it appears especially relevant to me. Should I have him add this to his testimony? Sure. Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added to his testimony. I see. Very well. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here.
Objection!
Okay, I'm not. Mr. Sprocket, you just did your injury as a knife wound, didn't you? But the weapon you were stabbed with was this candelabra. A fact I know you're quite well aware of.
Objection!
It must have been a simple memory slip that made him misspeak. It happens to everyone. It has nothing to do with the case. You must be pretty desperate to point out something so minute. Grr. I have to agree, Mr. Wright. You hardly need to make such a big deal over such a small mistake. I contend it's all important inconsistency. Besides, I couldn't find anything else. It's the only thing I have to go after. Say it is not important. Now, let's not waste any more time on this matter. I agree. Everybody has a little memory lapse every now and then.
Hold it!
But, Your Honor, just let me explain. What can you? Can you really explain to this court what makes this slip so important? Yes, I can, Your Honor. For all, it was Horn himself who told Pierre that he had been stabbed by a candelabra. It's more than a simple memory slip. There has to be some kind of reason for it. Well, Mr. Wright, please explain why the witness's slip of the tongue is so important. The point to focus on here is why the witness would mistake the weapon used to stab him. Carefully, Phoenix. This could very well change the course of the trial. I see. So why did the witness make that mistake, Mr. Wright? Sprocket identified the wrong weapon used against him because... Oh.
Objection!
Oh wait, no, because he has no memory of it. Like the second reception. Hold on, no. Damn it. He doesn't remember the incident, let alone the weapon used against him. Not only that, but I believe Mr. Sprocket has some sort of memory disorder. Therefore, the defense contends that Mr. Sprocket's testimony thus far is invalid. Just because you can't find a flaw in his testimony, you want to throw it all out. Your baseless claim is nothing but pure slander of the witness's character. Mr. Edwards is correct, Mr. Wright. Can you explain your grounds for making this claim? Of course, Your Honor. What's Sworn has said? How he's behaved? That's where I'll find a clue. Very well, let's hear your argument then. My grounds for claiming Mr. Sprocket has a memory disorder is... the notebook he always has with him. Saw daily events and information about the people around him recorded in it. Like a diary, perhaps. No, Your Honor, it's much more too detailed to be an ordinary diary. It's more of the order of a database, actually. A database, you say? That's right. For some reason, Mr. Sprocket is apparently unable to retain memories. That's why he writes every little detail of his life down in his notebook. How could you possibly know that for sure? You might have an extremely compulsive person. I thought so too myself, at first. To be honest, we accidentally got a stain on that notebook yesterday. You mean you got a stain on it? Hey, you're the one who tried to grab it out of my...
Objection!
Never mind whose fault it was, just get to the point already. Right, sorry. Mr. Sprocket. The page Miss Faye got a stain on yesterday. The page with the details of your stabbing on it wasn't it? No, we were in this notebook because I'm very compulsive. Now drop the subject already. Sorry, but I'm not convinced. Notice an odd fact about your notebook, Mr. Sprocket. On the earlier pages, you used to write down invention ideas, but after a certain date, you started writing down a lot more and in much more detail. I believe your memory disorder stems from what happened on that date. Something so monumental would cause a memory disorder, Mr. Wright. You don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but I do know what I'm talking about. And this is the proof. This is the thing that caused Mr. Sprocket. Oh.
Take that!
You were involved in this car accident too, weren't you, Mr. Sprocket? And the chocolate lives in your beloved older sister, so it caused you to develop your memory disorder. Is this true, Mr. Sprocket? Well, is it? Mr. Sprocket. It's true. That accident did something to my mind. What? Ever since that day, every time I go to sleep, I lose my memories. And when I wake up, the most recent thing I can remember is the day I lost my sister. It's as if I'm constantly going back in time. What? That's truly tragic. An inconceivable time traveler who goes back to in time whenever he goes to sleep. Oh. Huh. So that's what Soren meant. He was talking about himself. The reactions of the people around me each time I awoke made me aware of my condition. That's why I decided to write everything down in my notebook, so I can move forward. So the only memories you have since that day are the ones written in that notebook. That's right. Since the page about your stabbing got stained, you couldn't read from it, could you? There's just one more thing I'd like you to clarify for me, Mr. Sprocket. Exactly what are your feelings towards the victim? Mr. Sprocket's feelings towards Miss Gloomsbury. That's right, Your Honor. The witness said that every time he wakes up from sleep, his mind goes back to the day his sister died. Mr. Wright, you can't mean... Mr. Sprocket. Pent-up feelings of anger and resentment towards Mr. Gloomsbury for the accident were renewed each and every time you awoke, were they not? She couldn't take it anymore, so you turned to murder, isn't that right? What? Mr. Wright, are you saying that the witness murdered Mr. Gloomsbury? For revenge? Ugh. Well, Mr. Sprocket... Oh, God. It's Miss Wyatt. Miss Wyatt. Your Honor. I did it. I killed Mr. Gloomsbury. No! What? Miss Wyatt, what are you trying to do? Guess she really meant it. I'm sorry I didn't do anything wrong. I'm the one who should be convicted. Are we to understand that you're confessing your guilt? No. Now, wait just a minute here. Ellen, why would you cover for me? After I testified that I thought you must have killed him. I'll admit, I couldn't believe my ears at first. But all I want is for you to be happy. Your happiness is my happiness, Soren. But without my notebook, I'd even forget those feelings of yours by tomorrow. Knowing that, do you still feel this way? You've loved me all this time. Same way you did before the accident. That's how I know. That you're the same person I've always loved. No disorder can change that. Ellen. Your Honor, there are two things I'd like to correct. Two corrections? What are they? First of all, I want to withdraw one of my statements. Uh-oh. Without memories to rely on, I took the police completely at their word. You can't be serious. So that means Soren never really doubted Ellen in the first place, did he, Nick? I don't know. Only the most important part. Of course! Why wouldn't it happen like that? Good job, Isaiah. Good job, Isaiah. Can't trust you with nothing. Ellen really does love Soren with all her heart, but in order to save her, you still have to go after Soren. Forgive me, Ellen. And what is your other correction, Mr. Sprocket? The truth is, I never felt anger or resentment towards Dumas about my sister. What? Why not? It's because the one who caused the car accident was me. What? Order! Order at the court! Please continue, Mr. Sprocket. I'm the one who killed my sister. To protect my career and my future, my father made Dumas take the blame. In exchange for money and the position of lead servant. So you see, Dumas must have held a grudge against me, not the other way around. And he must have attacked Ellen to get his revenge on me. Are you sure about all this, Mr. Sprocket? Very sure. It's all been written down in detail in my notebook. Notebook is important evidence applying doctrine to this case. I must insist that you submit it as evidence. The lawyer said that if I've turned to murder, but that's just not true. However, it is true that my older sister and Dumas are both dead because of me and my negligence. I just glanced through Mr. Sprocket's notebook. I wasn't able to read the part about when he was stabbed due to the bloodstain. Well, what's written here about his sister's car accident is exactly as he stated. Your Honor, as long as it matches what's written in that notebook. Can we still take the witness's testimony as valid in spite of his memory disorder? Yes, I believe we can. I understand now that the witness's memory is in disarray. But if what Mr. Sprocket himself wrote in this notebook is true, then that means by the time Mr. Sprocket's body reached the scene, the victim had already been killed. That's right. Still in the same fight as before. Should I really simply accept the contents of that notebook as a substitute for Soren's memory? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Well, I accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as an official representation of his memories. Well, I accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as an official representation of his memories. No! Wait a minute, Your Honor. The defense requests a chance to examine the notebook to see if it's trustworthy. Very well. But be quick about it now. Thank you, Your Honor. So, how should we examine it? Well, we should look at it from all different angles to see if there's anything suspicious. Oh my god. There's no point if I don't look at what's inside. I have to open it. With your permission, Soren, here I go. Thanks. Oh, just a page man, I got all the stain. I guess it's not going to be very helpful at this minute. I'll keep going. It's the last page where there's rating. This page doesn't sit right with me. Let me take a closer look. It's been torn out. There was something written on it. It looks like a page has been torn out here. Sprocket, do you know what was written on it? Oh, that's... I often tear out a page when I write somebody a note. I probably wrote something down for somebody. Tore it out and gave it to them. Oh yeah. That solves that then.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Can't ignore the possibility that something important was written on that page. But by now the page has been torn out. How can we determine what was written there? Well, Emma. Let's see, to find out what was written in the notebook, we should. No, I was thinking about like when you draw on it and fingerprint pattern, I guess. No, just a bit on it. I just need like a little more time to. It's alright. Sport does not accept answers in the form of yeah. Ugh. Well, then I guess. Because I didn't want to say like the fingerprint part. If we use fingerprint powder on the notebook, we might be able to see what was written. Fingerprint powder? How would that help us find out what was written there? Well, if the writing left indentations on the blank page behind it, fingerprint powder could make those small indentations visible to the naked eye. Oh, stop. Fingerprint powder would only sully the notebook further. Mr. Wright, if you use the powder and still don't find anything, then you must accept the notebook as a representation of the witness's memories. Alright, Your Honor. I understand. I don't find anything, it's all over anyway. Pattern female now. We'll now use the fingerprint powder on the blank page. Find out if we can see what was written on the... that's why I thought the whole light thing is the indentation. First, I'll place some fingerprint. Oh, I didn't realize that was the... Dumas took Alan to the Vista deck. I struck and killed Dumas. Yeah, that's not good. Says I struck and killed Dumas. This is huge. Okay. I struck and killed Dumas. That's what was written on this torn out page. What? It can't be. I don't believe it. There has to be some kind of mistake. Soren would never. Could never. Oh, she's dead. Miss Wyatt. Yeah, please get the defendant to the infirmary at once. She's dead. Apparently, the defendant got too worked up. She's resting in the infirmary as you speak. Now then, please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Notebook is all Mr. Sprocket has to remember his life by. There's a critical page torn out. Not even Mr. Sprocket himself knew the truth of what he'd done. I'm the one who killed Dumas. So it wasn't Ellen. Thank goodness. Mr. Sprocket, does this mean you were at the crime scene during the murder after all? I guess I must have been. Mr. Sprocket. Mr. Sprocket, can we really believe what's written in this notebook? Nobody touches this notebook but me. And when I sleep, it's under lock and key. I don't remember writing that I killed Dumas, but I guess I must have. Well, now that we have enough a confession, I'm afraid I must render my verdict. Of all the... Yes, Your Honor. Please give your ruling now while Ellen is asleep. I want the woman I love to be set free as soon as possible. Soren really does love Ellen after all, doesn't he? Yeah. So this is how it ends. But is that how it really went down? Is there really no way for them both to be happy? I know we should consider anything written in this notebook to be the truth, but still, I myself wrote the crime in my notebook. No further proof is necessary. Soren himself wrote it in his notebook. Wait a minute. Very well. I will now give my verdict. Alan is about to be found not guilty, and Soren will be convicted for the crime instead. And yet, are we really ready for the judge to give his ruling? No. Now, and there's still one more avenue left to explore. This court finds the defendant, Alan Wyatt.
Hold it!
Your Honor, there's still something that bothers me about that notebook. Oh, is there? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? All you have to do is keep quiet and your client's a free woman. I know, but I think there might be more to this case than meets the eye.
quite sure yet, but I think there still might be a way. Way for Ellen and Soren to be happy.
What do you mean by more than meets the eye, Mr. Wright?
Leave the question here, Your Honor. It should be, why was the incriminating page thrown out in the first place?
Why to destroy the evidence? That wouldn't matter.
Well, removing it from the notebook is the same as removing it from Mr. Sprocket's memory. Which means he wouldn't have been able to trick the police if it came under suspicion. No, if he wanted to cover up his crime, he would have remembered that he had done it. So what are you getting at with this line of inquiry, Mr. White?
Yes, please explain it so that we can all understand.
Yes, Your Honor. This page was thrown in the notebook because the incriminating page was torn up by somebody else.
What? Order? Order? Are you claiming a third person interfered with the notebook?
It's not all that surprising if you consider what's happened up until now. What about the car accident and the murder of Loomis Doomsbury? There was always a cover-up not far behind. But I had my notebook with me at all times. Did you? Because I remember you were in a panic yesterday because you couldn't find it. That's true.
So, who orchestrated this particular cover-up, Mr. Wright?
If we think back to the course of the trial, it's pretty easy to guess. The one who may have tried to tamper with Soren's memories is... Well, who may have tried to tamper.
Take that!
The one who tampered with the notebook in order to manipulate Mr. Sprocket's memory was Pierce Nicoti. Pierre tried to tamper with my memories. Pierre was manipulating me. Case in point, the two receptionists that were held to cover up the murder. Mr. Nicoti, who directed the guests and orchestrated the entire scheme. No, it can't be. Which my memories are mine, which have been rewritten. When did he start rewriting my memories? Who wrote this? And this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this? Literally took off.
What?
Look, Nick. It's coming back down. My memories. Helen. Mr. Sprocket.
Bailiff, please get Mr. Sprocket to the infirmary on the double. Mr. Sprocket has been taken to the infirmary. We don't have to worry about him running away, so let us resume where we left off.
Your Honor, the defense would like to call Pierre Nicoti.
Objection!
I already know he carried out the cover-up to protect the company and Mr. Sprocket. What more do you want from him? This time it's different. The notebook, or rather Mr. Sprocket's memories, have been tampered with. That means the only person who knows the whole truth is now Mr. Nicoti. Don't tell me, are you actually trying to drum up a third suspect in order to exonerate the defendant and her groom? I'm not drumming up anything, nor do I have the grounds to accuse him of anything yet. All I know is that Mr. Nicoti is the only one who knows the truth. I think he's still hiding something. Something we don't know about yet. No grounds yet, is it?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution consent to calling the witness to the stand?
It does, Your Honor. However, I would like a little time to talk with the witness before we do.
Very well. We will break for a 20-minute recess.
To be continued. Sam 33rd District Court. Defendant. The lobby. Number 3. Now we'll have to face Pierre on the stand. Not sure if I should be surprised or not. One thing's for sure, he won't be an easy adversary. So, I think Pierre did it. It's too early to say anything at this point. But I do think he's hiding. He's still hiding something. Nah! Why did you put everything on sword loser back there? So he really still hasn't given up on Ellen. This Pierre guy's the real bad guy. With sword in my alley, we'll have happily ever after together. Larry, that's not the kind of thing a decent human being says. Shame on you, Larry. Oh, boo. You think I don't know? I know I have to give up on my alley. But nah, I promise to make her happy. She deserves a happily ever after. Make sure sword will make her happy. That's all this is said and done. Trials of Reserve was right. Alright, ready, Aya? Yep, let's go. I'll be rooting for you, Nick. September 23rd. District Court. Courtroom number 6. Court is now back in session. Witness, please take the stand. Please state your name and occupation. My name is Pierre Nicody. I am the Sprocket family butler. Let's get straight to the point, Mr. Nicody. Someone tore out a page from Mr. Sprocket's notebook to manipulate his memories. And that person was you, wasn't it? That is correct. What about it? Well, that was easy. So why'd you do it? Why did you tamper with Mr. Sprocket's notebook? Please allow me to explain. It pains me to do this, but I will tell you the truth. It pains you? That's correct. My testimony will go against Master Soren's wishes. Soren's wishes? What's he talking about? Dun dun. Why I tore out the page? First to the Vista deck, but the crime had already been committed. Saw Miss Ellen in Bloomsbury collapse. Master Soren writing in his notebook. Mr. Soren said to me, I'll take the blame for the murder, so please take care of Ellen. But I went to get this order. I tore the page out of his notebook and hid the body. Wait a second. When Mr. Sprocket was writing in his notebook at the time, could it be... It was meant to be a confession. On the mission he killed Bloomsbury himself. He wrote the message to take the blame for Miss Wyatt? That is correct. Master Soren did hit Bloomsbury with the timekeeper to save Miss Helen. But Mr. Sprocket was the culprit after all. However, the blow did not kill Bloomsbury. Which makes sense. Mr. Sprocket's injury wouldn't allow him to put much force into it. Enraged, Bloomsbury tried to attack Master Soren, who was already seriously wounded. Just in the nick of time, Miss Helen hit Bloomsbury from behind and finished him off, it would seem. So the one who inflicted the fatal blow was the defendant. Yes, that is correct. Master Soren tried to take all of the blame on himself. This is pretty bad, Nick. No kidding. Pretty bad is an understatement. Well, well, Mr. Wright. It seems your decision to call for Mr. Nicody has backfired. But the true culprit behind this case remains the defendant, Ellen White. Ah! Just getting worse. Pierre wasn't on the cover-up plot. And but he still has something to hide.
Hold it!
Wait a minute. I thought you went to the Vista with me. Actually, that is not true. What? What do you mean? Found this out afterward, but Master Soren went to the Vista deck alone. He went out the escape hatch in the reception hall and went along the outside wall.
Hold it!
Probably from the shock of the insect. And had Mr. Sprocket appear. He was bleeding from the stab wound he received from Bloomsbury. Barely conscious, he was writing something in his notebook. So the mysterious third person Ellen saw really was Soren.
Hold it!
So Mr. Sprocket wrote a note of confession in order to take the blame for Miss Wyatt. Yes. The notebook is the only form of memory Master Soren has. Do you understand what his action meant, I trust? Well, what did it mean, Nick? Soren, everything in the notebook is true. Soren tried to take the blame by altering his own memory to make himself think he did it. No. Master Soren truly loves Miss Ellen. It must have been the love that made him do it.
Hold it!
Mr. Nakoti, could you please tell this court about that in more detail? That's you say? Which part do you mean, Mr. Wright? Could you be more specific? Okay, alright. Want to know more about it? Please tell me more about the hiding of the body. Very well. You're saying you would take the blame, Master Soren passed out. So when I hid the body, I took the lift down to the hold. I hid Bloomsbury's still warm body in the spare peggable lantern. So it was you who hid the body, not the defendant. Do you think Mr. Butts would move the lantern containing the body to the reception hall? I did not see that coming. I don't blame you. Not even Larry can predict what Larry will do next. Maybe I should take another look at the lantern and evidence. Sir Wright, would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony? Yeah, I'll do it. Yes, please. Very well. Please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. McCody.
Objection! Objection!
There we go. Could it be? Is that what happened? What I'm thinking is true. I think it proved neither Ellen nor Soren did the deed. Mr. Cody, you said the body was still warm when he hit it, correct? So then what if Mr. Bloomsbury was still alive when he went to put his body inside the lantern? What? What? It's preposterous. Actually, this shows that the victim might have still been alive while inside the lantern. I'm afraid you'll have to point out which part you're talking about, Mr. Wright.
Take that!
You see the back of the lantern is a door. It's blind
Objection!
The bloodstain must have gotten there when the witness put the body inside the lantern. It didn't always show that the victim drew his last breath while he was still inside the lantern. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. For you see, in putting this lantern back together, the police inadvertently placed the inside handle on the outside, and vice versa. In other words, the wheel handles got swapped. Oh my! So they got swapped. Guess they got swapped. Whoa, what? But that's ridiculous. Not at all. Compare the other male peggable lantern to the reception hall. In the reception hall. But obvious the wheel handles were attached backwards. The detective in charge of the restoration will see me in my office later. Sorry, Emma, and good luck. In that case, what does the bloodstain on the wheel handle mean? Bloodstain didn't get there by chance. When the victim was put inside the lantern, he was only unconscious, not dead. But when he regained consciousness, he probably tried to get out of the lantern. So he grasped the inner wheel handle, and that's when the blood got on it. This proves that the victim was still alive when he was inside the lantern. At the time, I was completely convinced Bloomsbury was dead. Had I checked more carefully, he might have survived. Fortunate to be sure, but not significant enough to change his trial's outcome. Can I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth? It actually has a very significant impact on this case. The victim was struck by the defendant, then died from his injuries sometime later. There's nothing more to it.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong. Let's take another look at Mr. Bloomsbury's autopsy's report, shall we? Focus on his injuries. As one contusion was found on the back of his head and one on the side. Yes, the one Mrs. Sprocket gave him, and the one Miss White delivered to finish him off. No, the defense would like to submit a different interpretation. Different interpretation? The victim was knocked unconscious by the first blow and then was then put into the lantern. But then what about the lethal blow by the defendant that the witness talked about? Yes, well, that didn't happen. For some time, when the victim regained consciousness and tried to get out of the lantern, that's when he received a second blow that finished him off. Taking into account the fact that the victim was alive for the period after the first hit, and that he did receive a second blow to the head, does seem entirely possible. Yes, as long as the first blow didn't kill the victim instantly. Then there's a possibility that somebody other than Mr. Sprocket or Miss White delivered the third blow. That's all you've got. Even if there was a little time lag between the two blows, the prosecution's position doesn't change. What? What do you mean? It's elementary, Mr. Wright. After the reception, when the defendant was cleaning up the reception hall, the victim, who was supposed to be dead, suddenly came out of the lantern. The defendant grabbed the murder weapon, which was right there, and finished him off. That theory sounds awfully familiar. Of course it does, Your Honor, because it's exactly what I proposed at the very start. The second blow is inflicted by the defendant, after all. I see. Seems the tangle of mysteries has unraveled into a single thread.
Objection!
But as long as there's a possibility that the fatal blow is delivered by a third person, then we must continue the deliberations. Give it up, Mr. Wright, unless you have something to prove the presence of your precious third person. Okay, Nick, just relax. You can do this. Come on now, take some deep breaths. Good idea. Deep breaths, deep breaths. There, did you feel better already? That's right. Should calm down, get my focus back, and go over everything again. Then hopefully I'll be able to find something to prove that there was a third person. Let's see. First, why did Bloomsbury attack Ellen? Because he was tired of taking the blame for the accident? But something about that line of reason just doesn't feel quite right to me. No? How come? Well, if it's just a personal vendetta he had who stabbed the sword, so why then was he so determined to go after Ellen? You're right. This whole thing feels too premeditated for a crime of precision. Bloomsbury didn't seem to have a personal grudge against Ellen. Bloomsbury didn't have a personal reason to attack Ellen, then. You've taken long enough, Mr. Wright. Now it's time for some action. What proof do you have that the third person was involved? Alright, I'll show you. Not completely sure of what I'm doing yet, but it looks like I'm out of time. This piece of evidence proves the involvement of a third person.
Take that!
I get it now, because this is right-handed. I never see why this note bothered me so much when I first saw it. Looks like
the no, yeah, no outlining the murder plot. Your Honor, please take a look at this note.
This is the victim's murder plan, right?
Definitely a murder plan, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury didn't write this note himself?
What?
This is how you intend to conjure up your mysterious third party, Mr. Wright. Can you even prove that note wasn't written by the victim?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Very well, then. Please present your evidence, Mr. Wright.
This evidence proves the victim didn't write this note.
Take that!
This is the weapon Mr. Gloomsbury used to stab Mr. Sprocket. I was wondering what you'd pull out at this time. Dare I ask what that could possibly have to do with the note? Mr. Gloomsbury's prints were found on this candelabra, and the prints were from his left hand.
So, that makes the victim left-handed, correct?
Exactly, Your Honor. The police looked into it too, and confirmed as much. Now, take a look at the smudge writing in this note. Notice how the smudging only starts from the middle of each preceding line. Now it's been written by a lefty, we're going to be smudged from the far left end. This means whoever wrote this note was definitely right-handed. In other words, somebody other than the victim wrote this note.
What? What if someone other than Mr. Gloomsbury wrote it, then what does the note mean?
Mr. Gloomsbury followed this note to the letter when he attacked Miss Wyatt. So clearly this note isn't a murder plan written by Mr. Gloomsbury, but rather, these are instructions to kill Miss Wyatt, instructed by someone else.
Objection!
If it wasn't the victim who wrote these so-called instructions. Then who wrote it? Most of the people involved are right-handed, you know. He's correct. The majority of the family and their employees who are on the airship are indeed right-handed. Move to Mr. Edgeworth to go for the jugular. It's covered to order Gloomsbury to attack Alan. Your motive have been order ambidextrous. Doesn't seem very likely Alan did anything to incur anybody's wrath, right? Alright. Too likely anyway. Okay, so this would be about Soren. So if we were to hold a grudge against Soren, what would it be about? An accident, I guess? I could understand if Gloomsbury felt resentful to have him take the blame. The one who lost the most of that accident was Soren's sister. She lost her life after all. Soren suffered too, of course. He was crushed by losing someone so precious to him. Somebody precious. The fiancé. Soren's sister. Wait, there's one more person. Someone else who must hold a grudge against Soren. Did you figure something out? I think so. I think there's somebody else used Gloomsbury to try and send a revenge against Soren.
Did you say somebody tried to get revenge against Mr. Sprocket, Mr. Wright?
The person who manipulated and used Mr. Gloomsbury was... The person who used Mr. Gloomsbury to try to get his revenge on Mr. Sprocket, and then finish Mr. Gloomsbury off to silence him, was a man dear to Mr. Sprocket's older sister, Selena Sprocket's fiancée. Not positive, but it's certainly possible.
Her fiancé! Order in the court. Order, I say. Yes, it does seem quite believable that Miss Selena Sprocket's fiancé would bear a grudge against Mr. Sprocket for his role in the accident.
Exactly, Your Honor. Maybe her fiancé was trying to murder Miss Wyatt in order to make Mr. Sprocket experience the same pain he felt.
Objection!
Miss Sprocket's fiancé was a surgeon, if memory serves. The only people who attended the reception were family and staff members. That may be, but then that just means that Mr. Sprocket's fiancé must have been. This is among those who attended. What? Really?
Of course. Otherwise, how could he have killed Gloomsbury?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Alright, I'll bite. Who exactly do you claim this fiancé to be?
Yes, I would like to know as well.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay, Nick?
Maybe.
When it comes to suspicious people, there's only one person on my list to find something that connects him to Selena. Let's help us identify Mrs. Sprocket's fiancé. We have.
Yes, now that you mention it, I do feel as if I've seen it before somewhere.
I believe we've all seen it. Right here in this very courtroom.
Ah, impossible.
That's right. The pocket watching this photo. Uh-oh. Mr. Nicody, plan to rob Mr. Sprocket of his loved one. To make him feel the same pain as you. Isn't that right? Mr. Sprocket managed to fight back and knock Mr. Gloomsbury unconscious. Then Mr. Gloomsbury was dead and hid his body in the lantern. But then you notice Mr. Gloomsbury regained consciousness. And so you finished him off to prevent your plan from being exposed. The defendant's take on what really happened in the murder case. So defense accused, yeah. Defense indicts Pierce Nobody, and the defense is murdering.
Oh my, Mr. Nicody, would you care to respond?
Man, this lawyer just yeps on and on and on. As you guessed, this watch is a memento of Selena. Stopped working at the time of the accident, though. Then you really aren't. Yes, I was Selena's fiancé. And not just her fiancé, but to the surgeon beside her deathbed.
Objection!
Sir Cody, why didn't you tell me any of this before? Shouldn't you use this prosecutor? I thought you could be of use, but apparently this case was too much for you. What did you say? If your office hasn't stuck its nose and all up in this, I could have swept it under the rug. Not only did you interfere with the case, but you even let me fall under suspicion. That's because you kept trying to cover things up on this lie. Ugh. Covering things up wasn't your only involvement. The only person who had the motive to use the victim to try and kill was Miss Wyatt. Was you. Malalignment tumors. There are malalignment tumors in this courtroom. Lesions oozing with false charges. The tumors are an idiotic lawyer and one of an idiotic prosecutor. When the truth is revealed, I'll have the both of you insights from the legal word. I'd like to see you try. The power of the Sprocket family would be a cinch. I'll now begin the operation. What in the world happened to Mr. Nicody? Looks like he's finally showing his true colors. Nick, what did you do with his shoulder mech? What you yapping before I soldier your shotty lips shut? Looks like he's a completely different person. Sure looks like it, huh? Can't let our guards down now. Mr. Nicody, it's finally time for you to testify to the truth.
It seems we've entered the final act at last. Witness your testimony, please.
Right to remain silent. Uh-oh. Oh, Mr. Nakoti, why didn't you say anything? Ah. Just took a picture of me. Or something. You want me to voluntarily testify? I hope I go and make a slip of the tongue. Not a very impressive plan, or brain I might add. Ow. That wasn't called for. If you want to know something, you ask the questions. I'll answer, but I have no intention of making any voluntary statements of my own. What's he trying to do, Nick? He's using the silent treatment as a strategy to avoid getting tripped up. Clever guy. No more lies, Mr. Nakoti. You will tell us nothing but the truth from now on. Ah! Well, what do you think you're doing? No one asked you to speak. Just keep quiet over there and play with your frills. How dare you?
Well, this is a rather unconventional situation, but please proceed, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it!
If you won't speak voluntarily, then I guess I'll have to ask him something. What should I ask? You've been nursing a grudge against Mr. Sprocket over the loss of your fiancée. Isn't that right? I'd be lying if I said I felt no resentment whatsoever. Well, Mr. Soren didn't cause that accident on purpose. Mr. Soren himself has suffered greatly. But she quit being a surgeon and found a way to get even closer to Mr. Sprocket. Wasn't so you can carry revenge on him. Don't insult me. Supporting Master Soren and Sprocket Aviation with my life's work is my penance for not being able to save Selena. This is how I honor her.
I feel your devotion as both a fiancé and a surgeon. Your statement breaks my heart.
I've never thought of exacting revenge on Master Soren. Never thought of it, huh? Should probably take that with a pound of salt.
Sure. Would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony?
Yep. Yes, please, Your Honor. Find an opening somehow.
Hold it!
Isn't it true that when Mr. Gloomsbury regained consciousness inside the lantern, we murdered him in order to silence him? He was an excellent employee and very loyal to me. Gloomsbury was my right-hand man. I'd suffered the most from losing him. You really think I'd kill a guy like that? That would make sense only if you were innocent. But since your goal was revenge, you don't really have to care about something like that. But I am innocent, I tell you. Don't try to force your conjectures onto me. Yes, without decisive evidence, I can't pursue this line of questioning any further. No, thank you, Anna. Richard cautiously.
Hold it!
When you have the incident, you're constantly surrounded by your subordinates. Is that right? Absolutely. And then it's on the set at all times. They're all. He's busy taking care of every detail of the event. Sir Edgeworth, I believe your investigation backs up my claim. I got statements that said from said groups that had subordinates work with him in rotation. So he was always with someone. As the prosecutor just said, couldn't even get close to the lantern of containing Bloomsbury myself, let alone kill him. Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to have that same answer to his testimony.
Very well.
Hold it!
So you were always in someone's line of sight. I was surrounded by family members and staff as we prepared for the reception. The reception, I was stationed behind the sweetheart table to attend the couple. When could I have possibly committed murder? I'm not buying it. Here is the true killer. There must have been some time when he was out of everyone's sight. What do you think, Nick? Is there a chance for us here? Well, as long as we have some kind of testimony for him, there has to be. We compare his testimony against the evidence here. I think it's consistency, right? Exactly. This is it. Do this right. What about the second photo? Where'd the second photo go?
Hold it!
So you have you've had no thoughts of vengeance towards Mr. Sprocket whatsoever. Of course not. Selena wouldn't have wanted that. Thrown my whole life away and lived solely for the sake of the Sprocket family. So I show my love for her. Alrighty then. Well, one thing's for sure. Pierre really gets emotional when it comes to Selena. No kidding. I'm not sure how he feels about Soren, but his love for Selena is pretty obvious.
Hold it! Objection!
Perfect. Mr. Nakoti testifies that he was always with someone at the time of the incident. And never had a moment alone to commit the crime. Yes, Sam, the police investigated back, so that's heated up, doesn't it? But there was an opportunity, in fact. One and only one. Oh, Mr. Nakoti could have killed Mr. Gloomsbury without anyone noticing. Or what? And the one thing that made the moment possible. Shown here in the photograph. The fog? If all these people watching, I wouldn't have possibly committed murder. I cannot believe him, Your Honor. This lawyer is a malnourished to infect this judicial body with...
Objection!
Mr. Nakoti, I would ask that you keep quiet this time. We need to evaluate the defense's claim. And your yammering only serves to throw further suspicion your way. So right, say this the one thing you mentioned. Be warned. It better not be one of your offhanded claims. What do you think you're talking to, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, Mr. Wright. Please point out for us the one thing that made the moment of this murder possible. That one moment when it was possible for Mr. Cody to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. One thing that made a single moment possible was... It's gotta be the fog, right?
Take that!
One thing that made the moment of the murder possible is this thick fog that engulfed the entire reception hall. It is under this cover of fog. Oh. Mr. Nakoti murdered the victim. What? Mr. Nakoti was standing right next to the lantern that Mr. Gloomsbury was. This is the only moment that murder could have been seen. I can't accept that there was a moment when this was obscured from others by fog. That doesn't prove Mr. Nakoti killed the victim at this very moment. You can't prove the crime was committed during the reception. The trial ends here. I'm so caught up in finding a foothold that I forgot to think that far ahead. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to call the trial time of death. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove the murder happened during the reception? Wait is dead on arrival. If you're taking your grasp, prosecutor. Quiet witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth. One that we can only arrive at through further deliberation. Edgeworth. Enough of this, Your Honor. Trial is over. No, Mr. Nakoti. That is for me to decide. Mr. Wright, can you prove it? Can you prove that the murder was committed during the wedding reception? Why is there no verdict yet? William's obviously out of answers. Prosecutor and the judge, they're all infected. They're not igniting stupidity so advanced, not even the best to save them. Not even the branch has book a key on. This court is affected with the all see. It's a
Objection!
Mr. Nakoti, that's enough already. Finally ready to give up now, are you? No, just the opposite, actually. I'll prove the murder was committed during the reception by you. Ah. Can you prove it? Can you really, Mr. Wright? Yes, I can, Your Honor. To be honest, I don't know exactly how I'll do it just yet. But if I want to get to the truth Edgeworth was talking about, I just have to find that way. Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's have your proof. It's just bluffing. Something for speaking, Your Honor. I will do nothing of the sort. Mr. Court Judge, about respectably all. Enough of your foolishness, Mr. Nakoti. This judicial body will not succumb to the influence of money or power. Now then, let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your truth. Phoenix, remember everything you've learned so far. Oh, yeah. Brain time moment. Okay. Think Phoenix. But I prove the murder took place during the wedding reception. Officer reports the victim was hit by the same object 12 times, so without a doubt, Pierre used to commit the murder. How musical Bloomsbury was. Yes. Pierre struck the victim during that one single moment. I mean, he must have used a timekeeper. I think if it wasn't else, he used for something else during the reception. First startup of love, or is it the first taste of love? That was right. Timekeeper had been activated. That's right, the Timekeeper had been activated during a reception. If activate the Timekeeper again now and finding trace of the murder, that would be conclusive proof that the Clueser was killed during the reception. I'm confused how, but okay. Special ceremony took place during the reception in question. What kind of special ceremony? It was called the first startup of love. Apparently, the couple activated the timekeeper for the first time during it. Does this mean the timekeeper here in the evidence isn't activated at the moment? Now, what would happen if we were to activate it? Why don't we see for ourselves? It would give us a chance to examine it. And while we're at it, we just might find some conclusive evidence. What? No, you can't activate it. Sure, Cody, keep quiet, or I'll have you thrown out of the court. By the way, Mr. Wright, this is supposed to be a time machine, right? We aren't going to travel back in time to the Stone Age or anything, are we? I don't think we have to worry too much about that, Your Honor. Still a little nervous, nonetheless. But the truth must be known. Very well. Go ahead and start up the timekeeper. Do you know how to, Nick? Oh, I think so. Maybe. Writing and Grim each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together... Oh, how romantic it was. It's alright. Are you ready to activate the time machine now? Yes, Your Honor. The symbol of the bride's love that's necessary factor. Oh wait, it could be the key. Or it literally could be this. I'm gonna go with the key though.
Take that!
It is not. It is literally the other. God, what the... Should've went with my gut.
Take that!
This is why it's pendant. It's a symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper. What? Then does everybody start out with this is why it's pendant? I believe so, Your Honor. Hmm. Very well. Please try it now, Mr. Wright. Okay, there we go. First, I have to figure out where the pendant goes. I think I already know. Oh, I'm an idiot. This hole looks like a good spot. Try to set an pendant in here. Fits. Seems to be the right spot. I'll have to find a place to insert the key. Where would be a good spot for the key? Our casing's made of metal. Sure wouldn't want to get hit with something like this. It's all in the middle of the pendant. Could this be it? Work, the timekeeper's been activated. Now all I have to do is find proof that the crime was committed during the reception. I think I found it. Conclusive evidence that the murder was committed during the wedding reception. There's evidence of the murder inside the timekeeper, Mr. Nakoti. Timekeeper was only activated and open during the wedding reception, right? No. Stop. So, that means it's conclusive proof that the crime was committed during the reception. Ah. You killed the victim under the cover of fog. You closed the timekeeper to hide the bloodstain, didn't you? No, you're wrong. Alan killed Bloomsburg. Wasn't me, I tell you.
Objection!
Give it up, Mr. Nakoti. How could the defendant, who was in the middle of pledging her love, have possibly committed the murder with everyone watching her? Once the family, yes, all the family members conspired together to kill him.
Objection!
There's no way you can talk your way out of this, Mr. Nakoti. During the reception, during that one dreamlike moment, only one person could have used the timekeeper to beat the victim to death. And that one person was you, Pierre Nakoti. No, this isn't over yet. I won't give up. No, no, no. I cut the artery. This stupid thing. We must stop the bleeding now. Give me forceps. Forceps, I said. Hey, where's everyone? Fine. I'll manage this alone. I'll do it all by myself. Fix anything, repair anything. So you have to get better. You have to live. You must. I would have been able to save her. If only I hadn't listened to her. If only I had treated her first. If only that Soren hadn't been there. Ah! Selena. No. Did he have a heart attack, actually?
Witness, are you finally ready to tell us the truth?
It's just as the lawyer deduced. So it was all our revenge scheme against Soren Sprocket. Do you have any idea how hard it is to lose someone you love right in front of you? Selena's condition was clearly more critical than Soren's, but in spite of that, she said, "Please help Soren." Sprocket's last words. That's what she really meant by those words. I was able to grant her wish, but at the price of her life. So you got a job with Sprocket Aviation and waited your chance to get revenge. You're close to Mr. Gloomsbury and hatched his plot, is that right? Gloomsbury already bore a grudge against Soren. So when I tempted him with an even better position, he immediately took the bait. He was your accomplice, someone who shared the same goal as you. Why was it necessary for you to kill him? I didn't expect Soren to strike Gloomsbury out on the Vista deck. And I certainly never imagined he'd make his way there along the outside wall. Soren's love is the real deal after all. My plan had been compromised. So for the time being, I hid his body in the lantern. And tried to think of my next move. And then Mr. Gloomsbury came during the second wedding reception. As soon as I saw Gloomsbury, I instantly hit upon an idea to pin the blame on Gloomsbury's murder on Ellen. He tried to break up the couple by making the bride out to be a murderer. How despicable. Soren was getting the company and a wedding. Both things that were supposed to be Selena's. He took every happiness from her. Who's the despicable one here? Do you think what you did would make her happy? I know I wouldn't. But I couldn't just stand by watching Soren enjoy his happiness. I was going to have Soren taste the same pain I had, and then take over Sprocket's Aviation, my bad. I would take back from him all those happiness that was rightfully Selena's. Time stopped for me the day I lost her. Just like this pocket watch of hers. Here. Miss Wyatt? I believe Selena would have said, "Leave this ill will behind. Time is yours to live." It's too late for me. Time will never advance for me ever again. What? It can't be. See now, Selena. What I did was wrong.
I see no further need to continue this trial. Bailiff, please take Mr. Nicody away.
Pierre Nicody, another inconsolable time traveler, who lived in time that stood still.
Now then, I must render my verdict regarding the defendant.
Your Honor, before you give your ruling, would you please allow me a moment?
Very well.
Ellen, there's something I need to say to you. Yes, Soren? I put you through something truly horrible. This whole thing happened, all because of me. I would understand if you wanted to call off our marriage. What? course not. I never once thought that. If you stay with me, you'll only face even more trying times in the future. What do you mean? The truth of this incident, and the car accident before it, I'm gonna tell the public everything. I expect the company's reputation will suffer, and I'll take a lot of criticism. But I feel I can only really start over once I get everything out in the open. Soren. After all that's happened, I might not have the right to ask you this, but, well, how should I say this? Maybe I'll just... Well, life with me probably won't be very easy, but... Will you marry me? Yes, of course. Your Honor, thank you for this time. Please continue with your ruling.
Very well, but first I have one question. Do the two of you pledge your eternal love for each other to the goddess of justice, Nemesis?
I do, Your Honor. I do.
Does the prosecution or the defense have any objections?
Well done, Your Honor. No objections here. The defense has no objections either, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Alan Wyatt. Ah, that's not right. Court finds the defendant, Alvin Sprocket.
Yay!
This court is adjourned.
See, everything worked out in the end. September 23rd, 11:36 a.m. District Court. Defendant, lobby. Number 3. Ellen Soren, congratulations. That's right. Can't thank you enough. If you hadn't exposed the truth, Soren and I wouldn't. We wouldn't. But now you can finally start your new life together, right? Oh, thank you. Mr. Wright, we'll be holding our real wedding ceremony in the near future. Would you do us the honor of coming to it? I want you to witness our fresh start. Of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world. And Ellen, this time, it'll finally be happily ever after, right? Oh, yes. The two of you have persevered and overcome this trial together. Now, no matter what obstacles come your way, I'm sure you'll be able to handle them. And there's another thing I'm sure of, too. This person will always be watching over the two of you.
Take that!
Selena, yes, I think you're right. And we promise to live life to the fullest, for Selena's sake, too. Right, Soren? That's right. Well, we better be on our way. Yes, my love. Wow, the old threshold carry, huh? Way to show off. We'll be seeing you. Goodbye for now. I'll be looking forward to that wedding. Hold on tight, Ellen. You better believe I will. I'm never letting you go. Oh. Wait, there's a ceiling, though. There they go. You're thinking of going to the wedding by yourself, are you, boss? Taking us too, right? Oh boy, I bet there's gonna be all kinds of fancy food there. Fina, when did you get here? Just now. I would have been here to cheer you guys up for earlier. She just never gave me a chance to slip away. You're gonna be in even bigger trouble with her later. Speaking of the wedding, maybe I should ask him to invite Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, really? But he thought Ellen was guilty all the way to the end. That may be true, but... If he hadn't stopped for us when he did, the trial probably would have ended there. You think Mr. Edgeworth gave us that chance? Maybe. Though, knowing him, I doubt he'd ever tell, even if I asked. Well, if that's how you feel about it, Nick, then why not try to get him invited? Hey, Maya, have you ever tried to catch the bouquet? What? No. I never have either. Fighting over a bouquet that's been tossed by the bride. Talk about a fierce competition. I'm totally stoked. I'm not sure it's really supposed to be all that competitive. I'm a pretty good jumper, so I think I've got a chance. She's definitely missing the point of the whole thing. And Larry, how did you manage to stay so quiet for so long? Shut up! Wish the lady you fell in love with the happiness is what a real man does. Pretty sure that relationship was over before it even began, Larry. Darn it all. If only I was 10 years younger, things would have gone differently. Hands on, time. I want you to turn back for me. September 30th, 9:20 a.m. Sprocket Park. Mooring dock. They didn't fix that stuff yet. Today's Ellen and Soren's third wedding ceremony and reception. I heard the bride and groom insisted it be on the Flying Chapel again. In the end, they were nice enough to invite me and Maya. And Athena kind of invited herself. They also invited Edgeworth, Emma, and even Larry. You say third time's a charm, right? I really do hope it's happily ever after for them this time. Still, I get the feeling it's gonna be one rowdy party.
Ready when you are. Okay, here we go! Huh?
Oh. Larry!
Oh, hey! Look who's next! Huh?
Get back! Haven't you ever heard of lady first?
I'm truly blessed to have you.
And oh, congrats! You've unlocked a special bonus in the music and background section. Spirit of Justice commemorative. And I should have one more. Congrats! You've unlocked a special bonus in the music and background setting screens. Trilogy commemorative. Oh, that's so cool. That is officially it. Maya and Rifa. We are now officially done. Officially done with the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. Wow. Wild. So now we can look in the full art library. Like, I like all these. I love looking at the like art for like just the things in general. Killer's right there. Yes. Vera. I just think it's funny that I'm sure they just did this for like shits and giggles, but on this, these were like the different variations of him. But the fact that they were gonna give him red hair is insane. They kept his face the same. And his posture. Change his suit up a bit. Glad they stuck with brown hair, because red just looks so unnatural. And then I like the whole idea behind like his little like bracelet.
Like that's nice. I like that. All little sprites. A little sprite work. Some good drawings though. Trying to give him some more edginess. Scar. And another variation of himself. Then you got Trucy, who this one's pink. I kind of like the idea of her wearing maybe orange, kind of like a Zachramari, like orange kind of thing. But I also really like this one. I just like the brooch, whatever you pronounce it, however you pronounce that. So yeah, I'm going over different variations of the thing, that little thing, even though it never came to be. I don't think I would. Is this still Trucy? Let's see if this is still Trucy. It is. I don't think I would have liked her having long hair like that. It's just not. That's not Trucy. That's kind of cool. That's almost like a street Trucy. I would like to see that. Like this, I like. These are not Trucy. That's just somebody random. Mr. Hat. The whole like kidnapping scene. Magic panties made their way in. Phoenix, right? Obviously. Christoph Gavin. That's kind of cool, but that looks too much like his brother. Look how they played around, though. Clavier Gavin. Past and present. How are you, Florian? I didn't hate him. It was fine, I guess. Emma Sky! Shitty Smith. Ogla Orly. I liked her. Guy Eldude. Eldude. I would not have liked that. Alita Tiala and Pal Americans. The Kitty Keys. Oh wait, yeah, no Americans, right? These are the Kitty Keys. Ew. Yeah, Sawaki Kitty Key. Fucking hate Waki. Although I really like his varsity jacket is my favorite. I like that a lot actually. Though. That's cute. But I just hate him. Like, look at him, this smug bastard. Plum Kitty. Wesley Stickler. Hate this guy. The long hair would have been funny, though. If he pulled off his head and was like, oh, I have luxurious hair. He should have. I think that would have been great. Lemeror. Machi Tobai. Darren Crescent. The Tanuki looking guy in his shark jacket. Kind of cool. Roman Latouche and Drew Misham. The secret international spy and the not artist. Vera Misham. Spark Brushel. Hate this guy. Maybe I would have liked him more if he looked like this, unfortunately. As much as I say that. This, ugh. Valiant Grimari. I don't care about the Grimaris. Zach Grimari. Magnific Grimari and Thalissa Grimari, aka Lemeror. Winston Payne, because of course, let's include this guy. Why is he fat here? I don't know why they had to include Winston Payne. He's been here forever. And they got the judge, Dr. Hickfield. Dick Gumshoe, last time we see him, and Mike Meekins. In-game illustrations. We've pretty much seen all these, So I'm just gonna kind of go through them fast, but these were the, like, you know, in-game little things we saw. Yeah, her being inside of the actual thing. Yeah, the cocoon is inside that with Kier. And her window she swears she saw was actually this vent. Because remember, she's blind. But Lemuror is also Thalissa. What? No way. Two guns. The bracelets. Cute. Backgrounds. When we think about it for this game, there's not a lot of backgrounds. Really not. And I'm not gonna watch any movies necessarily, but they're here too. We move on. Dual Destinies illustrations. 5. Oh, it's the 5th game, though. I like this one the most. I fucking hate you, Fulbright. I'll never forgive you for what you've done. Aww. Look at this. Aww. That's sweet. Alright, and then all the photos for all of the... Hated this case. Liked this case a lot. This one was okay. This one was really cool. Mixed feelings. Okay. The man, the legend, Phoenix Wright. If they were going to give him a goatee, that would not have worked out. I'm sorry. He's not that kind of person. Athena Sykes. Widget. Her as a child. Her special headphones. Oh my god. This could have been Athena. I would have hated this. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Start up. Hello. Okay, these work out. I don't know about the color hair. Apollo. Why do we have trans Apollo? Okay. Oh, yeah. Casual clothing. Oh. Shruzy. Pearl. I don't know how I would have... I think the long hair I would have liked. Simon Blackwell. I cannot look at him normally without, like, his hair color and the, like, dark, like, rings under his eyes. He looks way too lifelike. Okay. This would have... Oh, that is not... I would have hated this. That looks a little bit too anime crazy for me, actually. Bobby Fulbright. The traitor. Clavier. Miles Edgeworth. Kind of go with like a Prosecutor Von Karma look here. Gasp in pain. Ted Tonnett. Oh, without glasses. Juniper Woods, which we don't see, and that's Lamorore's like clothing, almost like. I'm surprised we don't see Juniper. Surprised we don't see Juniper in Spirit of Justice. I mean, I guess she wouldn't be important, but like, I liked her. I could have brought her back. Almost any of these colors I think would work for her. I feel like it depends on her mood. She's a very flower-like lady. Jinxie Tenma. I don't know why the plate's here. That's her platter. Duh. Okay. Damien Tenma. I hated this guy. Although that does not look like. I kind of like the idea behind it, like the whole face was wrapped up. I don't like this though. Florent Labelle. Faces are great. Look at this. Ew. Ew. That's just a woman. Phineas Filch. I kind of liked him. He is definitely like a Tanuki, that's for sure. Ah, Robin Newman. The girl. This was kind of cool. Like, I like the whole, like, that part was cool. Hugh O'Connor. Miriam Scuttlebutt. Oh yeah, this is what she would like, or this is what she looks like fully outside the box. Only shows up a little bit. I liked her. Aristotle means. Yes. What's a guy that justifies the means? Solomon Starbuck. Yuri Cosmos. What the fuck is that? Aura Blackquill. Yeah, don't know about that. That I don't know about either. Punko and Clunko. Aura Shipley. Sasha Buckler. Yeah. Hey, I was looking at that. I'm not looking. Okay. Marlon Rhymes. Yeah. What a guy. Norman DePlume. I like the whole, like, if she was, like, part of the pirate, like, squad. No. I liked her character overall, actually, like, the design-wise. This would not have been her. Herman Crab. Rifle. Candace Arm, Rex QB, and Constance Court. Clay Taryn and Meta Sykes. So these are like their extras page. Aw. Clay and Apollo. Jack Shipley and Azura Summers. Commission pieces, promotional pixel art. I like these. These are cute, although Aristotle Means looks really hideous. Widget has got his own. I don't like how the dead bodies got their own pixel art. Commission pieces, Capcom exclusive stickers. Okay, I like all these. Those are cute. Bum Rap Riney. Design specs, concept illustrations. Don't like that. Phony Fanty. Kind of like this one. No, go back. Yes, all in-game illustrations. Tenmataro. Looked up how I remember that, though. Yeah, it was just gold. The fucking guy's grandfather took it years ago. So all the gold's been long since gone. I always liked this photo. Backgrounds. Oh, I like these ones. There's also conceptual backgrounds. Like this one's really cool. Oh wait. Episode 1. Okay. Episode 2. These look kind of cooler. Still 2. Okay, maybe not that one. Episode 3. Episodes 4 and 5. Special episode. Why do some of these photos, like these concept photos, look cooler, I feel like, than the actual product? That's really sad. In spirit of justice. I know Maya's included, but I almost feel like Maya should not be included here. Fun case. Oh, doing that. This case was kind of stupid. Great case overall. Just really, really long. This case, I'll dive into my feelings about that eventually. Phoenix, Apollo, Athena, cute. Maya Faye, yeah, because it's been a while since she's been back, so they were deciding on what they wanted to do with her. Oh, that's cute. They kind of went on like a Mia look. Raifa Padma Karan. I kind of would have liked that. This middle one kind of looks cool. Nayuta Sadbati. No. So they definitely either joked or decided, like, okay, what do we want the gender of this prosecutor to be? The beads breaking. Emma Scott. Simon Blackquill, even though he doesn't show up that much. Trucy Wright. I like how they have kind of like a rough like sketch and kind of like a fully rendered photo. That's cool. Yeah. I'll be your guide. Get it? It's I'll be your guide. Albie is one of my favorites. I like how they've always done that with the Phoenix Wright casts. Their names have always been very like Like, normally, like, they're jokes. Like, gasp in pain, you know, gasp in pain, haha. And this one's like, please love. Peace, love, and... Peace, love, and... I don't remember the end part of that. Peace, love, and something. Betty and Bonnie to fam. I like these guys. Roger Retinas. I like how he's got a little... Bunny's Cafe. To live in me. Live in me. To rust in me, get it? It's literally trust in me. Oh, it's believe me. Like, believe me. Oh, believe in me and to rust in me. This game in there, wordplay. That's our ball. That, get it? That's our ball. That's our ball. Haha. I liked him. This makes him look more serious than he needs to be. Bucky wet. Self-explanatory. Hated this guy. Guru Tornado. Uendo Tornado. Some of his different, you know, personalities. Army Buff. I liked her. Sarge. Paul Addison. Daruk Sadmati. Sad though. He did not have to die. Igana Karkul Karayan. Evil Minister of Justice. Naina. It wasn't actually Naina. It was actually the Amara Singatar Quran, the old queen, who supposedly burned to death, but actually didn't burn to death. Garan Singatar Quran, the sister, who became charged and used to be a prosecutor as well. Larry Butts being Larry Butts. And then Wyatt. The rest are just these? Wow. Soren Sprocket. Pierre Nicoti. I kind of like this though. Karini's judge. He doesn't have a name. Pat Roll. Get it like patrol. Patrol. Karini's security guard. Oh, just the guard. The great Mr. Reuse. Like Reuse, I believe. Taifu Tornado and Perez a lot. Get it like Perez a lot. So they always do this with the game. Archie Buff and Jove Justice. Now this could be like dumbass Gloomsbury, or it could just not be. And then Selena Sprocket, the Holy Mother, and Lady Karai. The Garan Royal Guard, who have their guns with. I didn't even realize they had the fucking knives on them. Wow. Special episode ending anime designs. Aw, cute. I really like how Emma's designed. She looks a lot more freeing. DLC costumes. Super deformed character art. Phoenix Wright. Oh god. Super deformed character art. Apollo Justice. Super deformed character art. Athena Sykes. Is there one for Tracy? No. Super deformed character art. Maya Edgeworth and Larry. And commission pieces. Promotional pixel art once again. But without dead bodies this time. In-game illustrations. This game had the most. I mean, they were very expressive as well. This one was cute. Da 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 da. Joke just. I liked this too. This was one of my favorites. But how did we not know it was Maya though? Cute though. Hold on. Oh, no, we've just seen these ones recently. Backgrounds. Only 10 once again. The Kingdom of Quran. Take Two TV Studio. Cute. I like the dog. True Season Magic Show. Oh, these are also cute. The divination sounds. I like the divination sounds. Originally having the pot as an option. That's cool. And then key visual illustrations. Commemorative art. Well, to think that this is the end. Look at all these people.
Such insolence!
A dragon never yields.
And I am prepared to face my father's death! O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Yeah! A dragon never yields. Saturai mao mandomo samashi de tashi no ketare gase o sonoka!
We are officially done. All that's left are some achievements. I am going to go back in and get them just for fun. But that is officially it, guys. So I would like to thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. It was a little bit more than a month. A bit more than a month, but a bit before 2 months that it took me to beat these 3 games. I have officially finished the first 6 games, the 6 mainline games in the series. I will eventually, be doing, what do you call it? I will play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I will play the Miles Edgeworth's investigation games, but that's not going to be for a while. I'm definitely taking a break. I am going to go back to playing, I'm going to go back to playing Expedition 33. And one day I will come back to... I'll come back to this. I love the games. I just need to take a break, obviously.
Your personal finances start with you, but their impact can reach even further. With the right financial plan, your money can be a tool for giving thanks, planning ahead, and spreading joy. For lifting up a load, putting down roots, and bringing loved ones home.
I'm just trying to find out. Hold on. If
Season, Private can help you plan your finances for the people, causes, and communities you're most thankful for. Private, where money means more.
All right. We will do this. Every Ace Attorney game to date. Okay. So starting off, we will do this in order, like, because it literally has it in order for us, thankfully. That's nice of them. I will also add a new category. Never played. The original Phoenix Wright, in my opinion, is a great game. I don't care what people say. I think the first case for it being what it is solid. Gets you into the series. The second case, with Mia's death, I think is really booming. I really do like the Steel Samurai case, and obviously Turnabout Goodbyes is beautiful. I think it's a great game, though. It has flaws, but it's great. Justice for All. I'm going to say it's flawed but enjoyable. It has its issues, but it's still fun. Trials and Tribulations. Peak fiction. Peak fiction. Apollo Justice. Absolutely terrible. Hated it. Never played the investigation games. Didn't play Layton. And let's also get out the Chronicle games. I'll eventually play the Chronicle games and the investigations. I won't play the Layton crossover. I watched a video on it, though. It just doesn't seem like my cup of tea. Dual Destinies. Dual Destinies, for me, I like it more than Justice for All, I think. I'm going to put it right here. And Spirit of Justice, for me, is honestly great. It's great. I like Spirit of Justice a lot. Dual Destinies has flaws. The first case is, in my eyes, the first case is boring. The second case sucks. The third case is great. The fourth is just kind of mid, and the fifth is great. And it kind of ties things together, and the special case is just not all that good. But at least it's got a better story that does connect it in the end. Once you get to the fifth case, everything makes sense. I just think that there's problems getting to that point. I don't think they're major problems, in my opinion, but they're problems that I feel like could have been better discussed. Justice for All also had some problems. I believe the first case was with Maggie Bride. And, the cop, like, you know, her boyfriend cop being killed. Fine case. The second one was with Maya and Mia. Not Maya and Mia, but Maya and, like, Pearl Faye and all of them. Great case overall. Very fucked up, like, how they plotted the murder and stuff. But it was, like, a pretty, like, wow, okay. I believe the third case then was Turnabout Big Top, which, while I didn't absolutely hate it, like a lot of people, I also didn't really like it. And it did have some really bad leaps in logic. And then the final case, which I forget the name of it, but obviously like the kidnapping and all that stuff. Great case. Phoenix Wright, I already explained myself as great cases. Spirit of Justice, I think works well. The first case pulls me into the environment, pulls me into the country and the story really, really well and fast. It makes me wanting to know more about Quran. The second case, for it being in the States and being about the Grimoires and magic, is actually pretty fun overall. I like it. The third case, one of the best cases ever written. The plot, the way it all works out, just the overarching plan, the motives, just everything came out together so beautifully in the way everything was executed. Fourth case was by far the worst case in this game. But also maybe this one. Okay, that's debatable. The fourth case was my least favorite because they pretty much said, oh, here's Athena by herself. She's a child. She needs help to get... Athena's stronger than that. She could have had her own better case. They gave her the side story, which is fucked up. Fifth case, also great. I guess maybe in my opinion, I feel almost like the fifth case of Dual Destinies had maybe a little bit more of an impact on me. The final case was really great, though, for Spirit of Justice. I just felt that it was a little bit kind of iffy at the end. Like, the punch didn't get me as much, but it still made me really happy overall. And then the special case, this Turnabout Time Traveler, I didn't really care for it. I didn't really care. Trials and Tribulations. I don't have to say anything about this game. Beautiful writing. From just everything about this game worked out so well. Like, with the case with Terry Falls and the case with Phoenix Wright. Hold on, I'm thinking. So I forgot this game had 5 cases. First one being Turnabout Memories with Phoenix Wright. Beautiful. Beautiful case. Second case, the Stolen Turnabout. While I didn't care much about that case, it was the fact that the criminal was actually really fucking mastermindful and smart in the way in which he did everything. Trying to get convicted of one crime so that he couldn't be tried for another crime. Beautiful. Beautiful. He was one of the smartest villains we've had. Recipe for Turnabout, that involved the Tresbienne. No. Yes. Yeah, Recipe for Turnabout. What the fuck am I talking about? That is Tresbienne. Hated that case. Didn't care for it. Turnabout Beginnings had Terry Falls. Beautiful case. And then it all ends with Bridge to the Turnabout, which is not only is this game amazing in its own right, but it's the fact that it combines all the other games, the first and second, in such a way, and it combines this entire story, wraps it in a bow perfectly and beautifully. The game by itself is already pretty good, but the fact where it stands and how it builds up all of this from every other case from the past games, besides obviously some maybe filler ones. Great. It all works out wonderfully, and in a way that, like, in a way, I'm happy that Spirit of Justice decided to have its own ending just for the 5th game, or just for the 6th game, and not like a, oh, this is an ending to try and tie in games 4 and 5. Because 4 and 5 already, the next 3 games in the series, the 4th, 5th, and 6th games, don't really have any correlation with one another. They do, but don't. And that stems from a lot of issues. One with, because the original writer for the Phoenix Wright games pretty much wanted to write another story, but he wanted to do it about somebody else. And Capcom was like, no, you have to include Phoenix in it. And he was like, but I don't want to include Phoenix. Phoenix's story is over. And Capcom was like, no, his story's not over. Include him or else. And so the 4th game didn't turn out to be the best. And then that writer left the team. And so the 5th and 6th games, they have completely different writers for it. I still think that they did great overall for being, I guess, completely new in a sense. But because of that and everything else, the games don't really combine. So if anything, I'm happy that Spirit of Justice's ending is about that game, and it does it pretty good, I would say. If it tried to make the 5th and 4th game combined together in a way, I think I actually would have hated it, and it would have annoyed me. So I'm glad that they decided to go against that. That being said, the last game, Apollo Justice, just wasn't it. I kind of enjoy the first case, but it's a little convoluted. And Phoenix, who was accused, of using falsified evidence, fabricated evidence, for him to give you fabricated evidence to use for the trial is just, I don't know, awful. Well, I understand it then made Kristoff in a position where he was like, he couldn't do anything about it, and it helped. The fabricated evidence helped reveal the truth, because otherwise, without that fabricated evidence, it wouldn't have happened, because obviously Kristoff took that evidence. That's why when he saw it, he was like, how the fuck did you get that? Because he knew he took it. But he couldn't just go in court and say, wait a minute, that can't be the real card. I took the real card. Because then it would have admitted to the court that he did it. So he had no choice. But I don't know, it's just kind of crummy that Phoenix does that. I understand it's for the good of the people, but isn't the whole thing that started the Dark Age of the Law, like, everything that happened, pretty much, not only with Simon Blackwell and being, accused of all that murder and shit and whatever, but also just the whole falsified evidence. I don't know. That Aristotle means and is the end justifies the means kind of whole ordeal. Everything just... For Phoenix to use falsified evidence, forged evidence for that, just doesn't work for me. So, whatever. The second case feels like an errand. Hey, Trucy wants you to take on a bunch of miscellaneous jobs, but you also eventually get to involve yourself in a murder trial. It's very convoluted, just not in a good way, though. Phoenix Wright still treats you like a babysitter. I don't care for that. I mean, they made Phoenix Wright's character already kind of shitty in Apollo Justice. Like, they made him this kind of dick guy who's a dick to Apollo and treats him like an asshole and just doesn't offer any help or guidance, which is just not Phoenix Wright. I don't like what they did to him. And then the third case with La Maror was, I mean, honestly, probably my favorite case. There were a few things that I kind of was annoyed about. I hated the whole, I hated the whole, oh yeah, the little kid's blind, and she can see. But then it turned out the other way around, where she was blind and he could see, but he knew some English, but not enough English, whereas Lammeror knew every bit of English. And the whole cocoon smuggling stuff was kind of cool because it dealt with international affairs, which I did like that because it was a different threat. So, and then the fourth case. The fourth case did not feel fun or justifiable at all. They shows that Phoenix for 7 years was planning on bringing up this new system in court to try, just for it only to be for that one case. And I understand why, and it makes complete sense. Because, obviously, had they kept this system, well, every case at the end, you would pretty much get to choose, or quote-unquote the jury would get to choose exactly what the fate of the, the victim was. That would ruin the whole point of the game. And I can understand that. But they could have found a different way to dispel of that. Instead, obviously, in Dual Destinies, they just treat it as, oh, we never did that. That never happened. And Phoenix never brings it up again. Only 7 years of his lifely work gone. And he's just okay with it. I don't know. But besides all that, the fourth game felt like a chore to play. It wasn't unenjoyable, but it didn't feel enjoyable, which a video game's supposed to be. It felt like reading a book that you were forced to read. And it's like, kind of entertaining at times, but you were still forced to read the book, so you didn't want to, enjoy it. The other two games, the fifth and sixth games, actually felt fun. Left me wanting to learn more about everything. Like I said, for me, the fifth game's third case really got me into the holy shoot, this world's actually kind of messed up. I like this. And the sixth game immediately hooked me with the first case, which is not often, because the first cases are normally the most boring cases in the game. But the first case of the sixth game hooked me, which is very unprecedented. So that being said, those are my rankings for the games so far. Eventually I will play the Investigations games, and I will play the Chronicle games, but once again, those are sub-series games. Eventually I'll come back and play it. But until then, I'll see you all later. When I'm back next, we'll be playing more Expedition 33. And we will be closing this chapter of Phoenix Wright for a decent amount of time. So, I'll see y'all later.